Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to learn English with another true story, an incredible story of courage and determination. So sit back, relax, and listen to the story of the Wright brothers. Two men who believed in their idea and changed the world by learning to fly. In the late 1800s, two brothers from Dayton, Ohio, named Orville and Wilbur Wright, were fascinated by the idea of flight. They had a small bicycle shop, and every day they repaired wheels and gears, but their minds were always in the sky. They dreamt of flying machines, inspired by birds and their careful study of how wings moved through the air. Many people laughed at the idea. Men will never fly, they said. But the Wright brothers were not like other people. They were determined, curious, and patient. They began by building gliders. At first, the flights were short, just a few meters across the fields in Dayton. The wind was unpredictable, and the gliders sometimes crashed. The brothers took notes on every flight, adjusting the wings, the shape of the glider, and the way the pilot controlled it. They tested over and over again, learning from each small failure. Winter, rain, and strong winds could not stop them. Every crash taught them something new. By 1900, the brothers realized that to fly successfully, they needed more than gliders. They needed a powerful light engine. So in their small workshop, filled with tools and bicycle parts, Orville and Wilbur built their own engine, just strong enough to lift a small airplane into the air. It was a risky project, but they did not give up. In 1903, after years of planning and testing, the brothers traveled to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, a place with strong winds and open spaces, perfect for flying experiments. They built a machine called the Wright Flyer. It had a wooden frame, fabric-covered wings, and a small engine that made just enough power to lift it into the sky. Everything depended on control, balance, and the wind. On the morning of December 17th, 1903, the brothers were ready. Orville was the first to try. The engine roared to life. The wheels rolled along a simple wooden track, and then the flyer lifted into the air. For 12 seconds, it flew approximately 36 meters before landing gently on the sand. It was short, but it was the first controlled, powered flight in history. Wilbur was next, and then Orville again. Each flight lasted slightly longer. Each flight built on the lessons of the previous one. By the end of the day, the brothers had flown 4 times, proving to the world that humans could indeed leave the ground and soar through the air. On their 4th flight, Wilbur flew 260 meters in 59 seconds. But after that flight, a gust of wind toppled and damaged the flyer, breaking its front framework. Even though it broke, that day changed everything. The Wright brothers did not stop there. They continued to experiment, improving their designs, teaching pilots, and showing the world that flight was not a dream, it was reality. In May 1906, they were granted US patent number 821393 for their flying machine. With their patent secured, they began to show the world what their plane could do. Wilbur traveled to France for public demonstrations around 1908, which surprised and thrilled people in his controlled turning flights. Their determination, careful planning, and willingness to learn from failure made them heroes of science and innovation. Today, we fly across continents and oceans thanks to the courage and curiosity of two men who believed in the impossible. This is a story of persistence, curiosity, and hope. Two brothers who kept working through failure and changed the world forever. Okay, now try to answer out loud the following questions about the story. I promise there are not many questions. Are you ready? What inspired the Wright brothers to start experimenting with flight? What inspired the Wright brothers to start experimenting with flight? And the answer is they were inspired by birds and studying how wings moved through the air. What was the name of the Wright brothers' first powered airplane? What was the name of the Wright brothers' first powered airplane? And the answer is the Wright Flyer. How did the brothers learn through their early glider crashes? How did the brothers learn through their early glider crashes? And the answer is they took detailed notes after every crash, then adjusted the wings, the shape, and the controls to improve each new glider. Where did they go to test their first powered airplane? Where did they go to test their first powered airplane? They went to Kitty Hawk in North Carolina. If you just said North Carolina, you get the point. How long did the first successful flight last? How long did the first successful flight last? The first one, remember, not the fourth one. The answer is 12 seconds. Now this last question will give you some speaking practice. So try and make sure you give a long answer. Why is the Wright brothers' achievement still important today? Why is the Wright brothers' achievement still important today? Press pause while you give your answer. To answer this last question, you can say something like this. Their success proved that controlled, powered human flight was possible, leading to the development of modern aviation and the ability to fly around the world. I hope you have enjoyed this true amazing story. If you would like more stories like this, let me know below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like, it really helps my channel. If you want to do some more English with me today, then please join me in the next video. If not, I will see you next week. Take care.